Hello dear student, hope you are all well. I am also well. Today I am going to start with you a new things. First of all, I want to say some of sentences. If I say I have a shirt, I have a shirt. The shirt is yellow. What did you observe? First I use I have a shirt. That means I have a lot of shirt, but it is a shirt. It's a common. And then I use the shirt is yellow. First I used unspecified, but secondly I use specific, the shirt. So what do you mean? What am I going to start today? Yes, today I am going to start article. Article. Do you know what is article? Actually, article is one kind of adjective, as they are used before nouns or noun equivalent words. A and the are articles. So I can say an article is a word that is used before a noun or noun equivalent words to show whether the noun refers to something specific or not. Article take position in front of nouns or noun equivalent words. They are used before nouns to show whether the noun is specific or not, definite or indefinite. Definite article, definite words take the, and indefinite words take a or an in front of them. The definite article tells us that the noun is specific, but the indefinite article tells us that the noun is not specific. So a or an are indefinite article and the is definite article. So let's start how we use a, an or the. Use of articles. Today I am going to start how we can use a, an or the. Where we can use a or where we can use an and where we can use the. Sometimes we can use cross where the article is not necessary. Dear students, before knowing the use of a, an or the, we should know where we can't use a, an or the, or where we can use cross. You know, we only use article before the nouns or nouns equivalent words. But in the other words, here you see, we don't use article before pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. So you should know which words is pronoun or conjunction or interjection or verb, adverb, preposition. And also before pronoun and also before proper noun of persons or place. I already mentioned we use article before noun, but you know proper noun is the noun which indicates a specific person, place or things. But we don't use article before the name of person or before the name of place. We don't use article before Bangladesh, Dhaka. But here there is exception. If we find the USA or UK, we can use the. And after possessive form, we shouldn't use article. My, our, your, his, her, their, its or upon's, these are possessive form. We shouldn't use article after possessive form. And also before the names of language, English, Bengali, China, Arabic, and also games and sports, football, chess, cricket. Before the names of any games or sports, we shouldn't use article. Subject, math, English, we shouldn't use article before the subject. Types of music, we don't use article before the types of music. Meals, breakfast, supper, lunch, dinner, before these words we should not use article. Okay, let's start where we use a or an. That means the rules of using a or an. We use a, an before any singular countable noun that refers to something unspecified, not specific. So we use a or an before any singular countable noun to talk about something for the first time, such as a field, a school, a river, a box, a village, and a market. But in the second time, if we find this word in a passage in the second time, then we can use the before these words. We often use an adjective after a or an before noun. When we find any noun after adjective, then we can use article a or an before the adjective. Here you can see the example. I bought a chip. Chip here adjective, but ticket is a noun. Here I use article before adjective as there is a noun after the adjective. And also he is an honest man. Here honest is adjective. I use article before honest as there is a noun after adjective. We use a or an before certain exclamatory sentence that begins with what. Here you see there are two examples. We can use a or an before certain exclamatory sentence that begins with what. Here you can see what an honest man he is. The exclamatory sentence starts with what, and I use an after what. And here what is splendid picture you have drawn. The sentence is also exclamatory sentence. So when we find exclamatory sentence begins with what, then we can use a or an. Some phrases have a or an. We find a or an in some phrases. Look at the whiteboard. In a hurry, it's a phrase. The a or an here, a or an don't follow any rules. A great deal of, a good number of, at a great speed, at an early date, in a temper. A lot of phrase have a or an. So we should read this phrase and we should follow this phrase so that we can understand in which phrases we can use a or an. We use a or an to denote likeness when the proper noun is used as a common noun. When we compare any proper noun to use as a common noun, we can use a or an before proper noun. You see, he is a Shelly of Bangladesh. Shelly is the name of a person, a specific person, but here Shelly is used a common noun. Shelly indicates he. He is a Shelly of Bangladesh. So we use a. And you are a Nazrul, I see. You know, Nazrul is a proper noun, but here Nazrul doesn't mean specific Nazrul. Here Nazrul means you. So we compare Nazrul with somebody so that we use a before proper noun as it is used as a common noun. And also you see the third example, he is an Ernest Hemingway of India. Here Ernest Hemingway indicates he, and Ernest Hemingway is not used as a proper noun. Here it is used a common noun. So I use an. Now I am going to start where we can use only a. The rules of using a. A is used before consonant sound. If the word is start with consonant and sound makes consonant sound, then we can use a. Such as a girl, here Z is consonant and it pronounced as a consonant. A boy, a pen, a country, a teacher, a student. So we use a before consonant sound. A is used before vowel u, ew, eu, when it is pronounced as u. When the vowel sound makes u, we use a before vowel. Just look at the whiteboard. University, here the word starts with u, but sound makes u. So not an, a university, a u, a unit, a European, a useful thing, a unique opportunity. A is also used before vowel o when it is pronounced wa, like a one-eyed man. The word starts with o but pronounced wa, one-eyed man. So I use a. One taka note start with o but use wa. When we find this, we can use a before the word. A is also used before the abbreviation word when the first letter pronounces as a consonant sound. Here my father is BA. Here if I pronounce B, I need not help of vowel sound B, and so I use here A. And my teacher is a BBS. So here also the abbreviation, first letter of abbreviation was pronounces like a consonant. So I use here A. Now let's start where we can use N. We can use N before vowel sound. If the word is starts with vowel and makes sounds, vowel sounds, then we can use N. Here you see an ox. Ox start with vowel and also sound is vowel. An apple, an umbrella, an orange, an ass, an enemy, an independent country, and an interesting film. So every word starts with vowel and makes sound vowel. N is used before consonant sound if the first H of a word is silent, such as an hour, not hour, an hour. Here H is silent, so I use N. An honest man, not honest man. An air, not here. An honorable person. So here every H is silent, so we can use N before consonant. N is also used before the abbreviation word when the first letter of the abbreviation word pronounced as a vowel. Here he is an MA, M, when we pronounce it a, mo, M. So first sound like vowel sound, so I use here N. And also my brother is an MBBS doctor. Here MBBS, M means a, M. So here the word starts with vowel, so I use N. Now let's start where we can use the rules of using the. We use the when we refer to something for the second time. Usually we use a or an before singular countable noun, but we can use the before singular countable noun when we refer it for the second time. Here you see I have a shirt, a lot of shirt I have, but I mention here a shirt, so it's common noun, singular. But when I use this word second time, I use the. So first time we can use a and second time we can use the. We also use the before unique things. The names of mountain, the names of holy books, the names of newspaper, the names of river, the names of ocean, the names of the group of island, such as the moon. It has no alternative, it's only one. The sun, the Himalayas, the name of mountains, the Quran, the name of holy books, the Gita, the name of holy books, the Daily Star, the name of newspapers, the Pacific, name of ocean, the West Indies, name of a group of island. So we use the before these words. We also use the before ordinal number. You know, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, these are ordinal number. We use the before ordinal number, the first, the second, the third. We also used the before the name of direction, the north, the south, the east and the west. We use the before the superlative degree when we find any word with est at the end or most before the word, we can identify the word is superlative degree. When we find superlative degree, we can use the, such as the best, the most wonderful, the worst, the most beautiful. We use the before adjective to mean the particular part of things. We use the before adjective to mean the particular part of things. Here you see the yellow of an egg, but the yellow is the part of an egg. The thick of the forest is so big, but the one part is thick. The small portion of the cake is divided into some portion, but the small portion of the cake here mentioned, and the deeper part of the Indian Ocean. So here the deeper part is the part of Indian Ocean. So we use the before the adjective to mean the particular part of things. Dear student, already we have discussed where we can use a, an or the, and also we knew where we can't use article. Instead of article we can use cross, where it is not necessary to use article. Here now I am going to start to do an exercise. Rajshahi is old city. Here old city. City is a common noun and also countable noun, and there is also an adjective. So I can use an as the word start with O, vowel. It stands on. Padda is a name of river. It means specific. So I can use the Padda. In village is also a common noun. So I can use a as the word start with consonant. Called Boshua in Rajshahi. There is old man. Here is also man is also a common noun and an adjective before. The word start with O, vowel. So I can use here an. Who is recognized as book lover. Lover is a noun, common noun. So book lover is a common noun. Here the word start with V, consonant. So I can use a. Polan Sarkar is old man. Here also the word start with vowel and also follows a common noun. So I can use n as the word starts with vowel. He buys. Buys is a verb. I already mentioned you that we can't use article before verbs. So here we can use cross. Books with his. I already mentioned you that we don't use article after possessive form. My, our, his, her, their, your. So his is a possessive form. So we can't use here article, cross. He lends villager books. I already mentioned you, if we find the word second time, we can use the. Besides, the word is also plural. So we can use the. Delighted, they have found that reading is, here is also good habit. Here we find common noun and also adjective and start with consonant. So we can use a. Dear student, I hope you enjoy the class and you learn something about how to use a, an or the, and how to use cross where article isn't necessary. I think you have the book English Grammar and Composition for class 8. Open unit 3 lesson 1 and go to page 75. You will find two exercises. First exercise, there is a passage about birthday present, and here there is some gaps. You can fill the gaps using article. And also exercise 2, same page, my home life, about a passage, and here there is also some gaps. You can fill the gaps using articles and show it to your class teacher. Thank you very much. Waiting for the next class. Enjoy the class.